First night here. I'm honestly surprised anyone would still want to work in this place after everything that's happened, but hey, more helps around here, always a good thing. Maybe for any good, I won't have to work here anymore. So, I'm guessing you already read the briefing and already know what you're in for, but I'll go over it again anyway. So, you, as the nighttime security guard, need to keep watch on everything going on in the building and make sure no one tries to break in, no equipment malfunctions, etc. The equipment you'll want to pay most of your attention to is, of course, the animatronics. They like to move around the building at night, something about their mechanisms locking up if they get turned off for too long. And if they don't like you, they might try to get into your office. Now, luckily for you, and because of all the lawsuits from previous night guards, the company installed a bunch of extra safety features to hopefully make your job a lot easier. There's the doors on either side of you, that flashlight, the mask. I think there's some audio alert thing too. But the only thing you should need tonight is the doors. They stop all 4 animatronics. If one of them gets too close, just shut the door and they'll go away. Some of them also tend to freeze up if you're watching them with cameras. Don't forget that. Don't use the doors or the cameras too much though. They drain power. Company's not doing so well, so they have to keep their electric bills low, you know? And, oh yeah, while you're checking the cameras, be sure to click on that reset music button on Cam 2 every so often. I don't know what it's really for, but apparently some animatronics tied to it. Alright, I think that's everything. There's only 5 animatronics you have to worry about, I think, so it should be pretty easy. Well, unless another wanders into the building one of these nights, but I doubt that'll happen. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control, so good luck.
there's a little something about your job I've yet to tell you about. It's, pretty important, so I hope you aren't busy right now. I'll send you the address. Meet me there and we'll talk about it. See you soon!
Did you bring any animatronics into the building last night? I'm asking because I thought I saw some sort of old model in the storage room when I was leaving last night. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there before. If it was you, I hope you know how to deal with it, because I sure don't. Anyway, tonight should be just more of the same. Though there's one thing I forgot to tell you about yesterday. If you check the cameras, you should see a switch system button. Press that and you can see the building's vent system. If the radar picks up on anything crawling around up there, you can click on any of those squares to set an audio alert, which should distract it from getting into your office. Though it doesn't always work, especially if a lot of noise is coming from the office itself. If something or someone does make it to your office, just throw on that mask and it should go away. So yeah, just check the vents every so often and keep on doing whatever you were doing last night and you should be golden. Anyway, don't stress out, and I'll see you tomorrow if something else comes up. last night. Did any of those old animatronics ever show up at your office? I sure hope not. It would be a pretty big problem if they did. Though then again, I don't know if you were even the one who brought them in here. I called the manager and asked about them, and he said they just kinda showed up. But he doesn't mind. Apparently we can scrap them and use their parts for maintenance or whatever. He's even considering putting some of them up on stage. Wonder how that'll turn out. Oh yeah, did you notice the new stuff at the price corner? We installed a new animatronic there earlier today to run it. Well, earlier today at the time I'm recording this. But luckily for you it doesn't need to go into free roaming mode, so it shouldn't cause any trouble. If anything, it should make your job a lot easier. There's these things called Frick coins. Apparently some kind of game within the security system. I don't know if it's really necessary. The manager said they would help keep the night guard entertained, so I guess I'll let you be the judge of that. But the part you might be interested in is that those coins can be exchanged for stuff at the prize corner, and a lot of it should be pretty useful. Oh, and keep an extra close eye on the animatronics tonight, alright? Some weird stuff's been happening with them lately. Well, weirder than usual anyway. Some of them seem to be missing some components. We're looking into if someone tampered with them or not. Just be aware that because of that, they might be slightly more, quirky than usual. Anyway, I'm sure you know what you're doing by now, so I'll end this message here. Just keep an eye on everything, and I'll check back with you tomorrow. Good night.
Spare free coins? Yeah, spare free coins, sir. Can you help a fellow gamer out? Can you help a fellow gamer out?
24. Only one more after this. There's honestly not really anything left for me to tell you. You seem to be pretty good at the whole night guard thing at this point. Though there is one thing you might want to be aware about. You see, there's a bit of an investigation going over at that location right now. Oh, don't worry, nobody died, at least as far as I'm aware. It's just that some really strange things have been going on lately, and the company wanted police to look into it. Mostly with the animatronics. I think I told you about it last night. But they've been a lot twitchier than usual. Especially Foxy. He's gonna be out of service for a while, at least during the day. Some employees have noticed certain props from around the restaurant start to disappear too. And the day guard's uniform for some reason. Just stay alert tonight, alright? Alright. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Can you help a fellow gamer out? Spare free coins? Spare free coins, sir. Can you help a fellow gamer out? Spare free coins? Spare free coins, sir.
Hello? Hey, good job. Night 5. Hey, listen, don't come in tomorrow. We, found something earlier today. So the restaurant's gonna be closed down for a while so the police can investigate it. Actually, maybe it's not the best idea for you to be in there even tonight. But at this point, you'd be in more danger if
Spare
you tried to leave
frequencies.
in the
You
middle of the
heard
night.
your frequencies,
So,
sir.
just hang in there and complete your shift as usual. Alright, good luck, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Can you help a fellow gamer out? Can you help a fellow gamer out? Yeah. Can you help a fellow gamer out? Yeah. Frequencies, sir. Come on, I don't have all night.
For the dream that I had last night melted into my pillow. I made peace with the time I had forgotten. All I gathered was turned into sand.
Wow!